So, before I talk to you about me, this woman is amazing. Wow. I've learned so much from her. And I've learned to, my mess is my message. And I had a lot of mess, and I didn't want to share that message. That means I have to be vulnerable, and that was kind of scary, sharing all my stuff with people. And Amanda said, if I'm in my head, I'm dead. Which means if I'm constantly leading with my head, I'm not relatable. When I start sharing from my heart, I get goosebumps, and I know that somebody can hear and understand what I'm saying. And so last year, I was the certification queen. I got all this training. Okay, so let me back up. 3 years ago, I got divorced. And I was kicked out of my house. I'm like, where am I gonna live? I don't have a job. I haven't worked in years. And I'm like, what do I have to offer? What am I gonna do with the rest of my life? I was scared to death. And I was following these two women who were, I don't know, 6-figure plus women. And I loved the way they looked. I loved the way they sound. Never met either one of them. Saw them on social media. And I said, I'm gonna cry. I want to know who coached those two women because I want to learn from that coach. And at the time, I didn't know it was you. And then somewhere the universe popped Amanda in my Facebook as a sponsor. And I responded to that. And I was on a work retreat. And I booked a call with you. And I was willing to sign up without her sales presentation because I just felt her presence speaking to me for the time I booked the call. And between the time she called me, I'm on a work retreat and blah, 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 blah. I only have a few minutes. After 5 minutes of talking to Amanda, I wanted to sign up. And all I had was my alimony. So I was crying. And I'm spending my alimony to get coached by you. And I don't know what I'm going to do. But I know you're my guardian angel, and you're going to guide me, and I'm going to be something, and I'm going to help other women to get unstuck. Because what I'm going through is not me. My past doesn't define me, and I'm better than this. And I don't know what this better is, but I know you're going to help me. And I was willing to trust her and give her my credit card. And I'm I don't need to hear your pitch. I can tell. I can tell. And I was scared to death because I was intimidated by her greatness. And it took me a little bit longer than these two to figure out what I wanted to do, who I wanted to serve, how I was going to serve, because I was so stuck in my head. And as soon as Amanda gave me this amazing pep talk, and she's JFDI, I started leading with my heart.
It was the last week of the program, and then I just helped her, I was working with her the whole time, but then I think I had some. Thank you. The last week of the program, something happened to this one.
She said, I want you to do this, this, and this, and this by Friday, and it was Tuesday. And I said, if I haven't done your whole program in all these weeks, how am I going to get the whole program done in 5 days and 4 days? And she's figure it out. I worked, I didn't sleep for 3 days, and I finished all this stuff she told me you have to do. And the whole time I'm crying. I even did a Facebook Live. I'm crying. I am doing my homework, I'm doing my homework, I'm doing my homework. No, this is my life, I'm doing my life. She's moving me from here to here, and she's bridging that gap, and I don't really know where I'm going, but it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And who am I taking along with me, right? And I don't know where it was just a God thing. And between Amanda and God, the momentum.
Oh,
and
thank you.
I just changed my signature story last night. And I got the why that made me cry. I got it last night.
The power of the mastermind.
It's the power of the mastermind. And that story scared me because that story's been in me for 30 years. And I've never shared it until twice. And they were all in the hotel room, and they were all crying. And they're like, that's your wine that makes you cry.
Okay, well now we all want to hear it. But can we talk about it? Can we do it maybe tomorrow? Because I want to, or not. But I mean, hello.
Hi.
Yes, we'll do it. So yeah.
These are,
Well, we're not going to hear it now
So,
because
I want you all to understand, this woman got inside my brain. No, she got inside my heart. And she believed in me. She said, I believe you, even if you don't, Annette. JFDI and all these other messages. She just kept loving and loving on me, but she could kick my ass like 5 minutes later if I wasn't doing. She's like, you paid all this money. It was the most expensive program up until then that I invested in myself. And I kept saying, if I don't do this, when is it going to be my time to shine, right?
it's true. I was like, you paid all this money and you're just going to sit here and not do it? And not take action?
But I was thinking about doing it because I was in my head. I'm like, I'm thinking I'm doing the homework. I'm going through the motions.
Yeah.
And eventually I flipped the switch and just said, I got to do this because there are so many women who need my help.
Yeah.
And I did it.
By Friday.
So,
she did it by Friday. She like pulled all-nighters.
Yeah, 3 days in a row I was in my pajamas the whole time. I crafted my story. I crafted my talk. I had my idol client. I had a photo shoot that Saturday.
She was amazing. She got visible. It was really cool. And she shared it everyone. So thank you so much.
So if it wasn't for Amanda, so the tears I just exposed to you all a minute ago, those were tears for all the women I have not touched yet. Those are all the tears for women who are hiding in their pain and not sharing. And you're not alone. And we all have our stuff, right? And so I'm kind of empathic. I take on tears of other people, but it's shedding, I'm releasing that pain for other women. I had to cry out in the hallway. Somebody today, I felt they were in pain. And so I cried out in the hallway and shed tears to help that woman to release whatever she's stuck in.
I love that. Thank you for contributing that. Thank you. Way to go. This is the beginning too. Oh, wait, she wants back. She's like, no.
I think there was a last question.
She's been unleashed.
So the other, I need to look this way. So the other thing I was stuck with, I didn't believe in myself. Like, I know what my gifts and talents are, but situationally I didn't believe in myself because I kept comparing myself to her and the other 2 ladies that she coached, and they were like way further along than I was. And I'm like, I want to learn what she's got to give because that's a gift, so I can help other people. But I put them up on a pedestal and I kept comparing myself and I wasn't good enough. And so I had to get out of my head and follow with my heart and who is it that I need to serve.
Yeah.
So I was confused for several months because I hadn't worked in like 10 years. And so I devalued myself. And she's like, hey, you need to charge $5,000. And I'm like, what the heck? I've never charged for my services, I've just given them away for free. So there was that owning my value piece and feeling good enough. And so I had these little things in my head, the LBs.
Yep.
I had to release those
Yep.
before I could receive coaching from her. So I heard what she was saying, I got the message, but I was a little slow getting my messages. So I didn't.
It was frustrating for me as a coach.
Yes. And I stressed her out one day. She had to go walk on the grass to get grounded because I was stressful.
I was like, where is this chick gonna get it? But she got it, and that's all that matters.
So I was a late bloomer, but I'm not done growing. So.
I'm not on, guys.
Yeah, we're working.
Okay.
We're working on it. I think your battery died.
Cool.